everybody, it's Christine. Time for a scrapbook process video. And today is going to be my second layout I'm going to make with my counterfeit kit. And I've already pulled out my papers, y'all. I planned ahead this time. I've got this kind of greenish color here. I'll show you, let me show you the sketch or the layout real quick. So I found this on Instagram and it's by Scrappy Amanda Jane. And she's got like a paper issue sketch that she was doing. And I think she even shows it. Let me see. Yeah, this was the sketch. And I'm going to follow what she's kind of done there. She's got multiple little squares here. I think that's really cute. And she's got two photos. That's one of the reasons I picked it, because I have two photos. And then, you know, titles and things like that. But I'm liking that because the squares, because I go, you know what? That's a good way to use up some papers here. So this is going to be my background, because she had kind of a greenish background with a bunch of little icon-y things. Now, this is going to look probably a little bit strange, I guess. I don't know. We'll play this by ear a little bit. But I'm going to cut these squares. And this is kind of the order I'm thinking to go in, because it looks cool to me. So we'll see what happens. I do like this little floral though. So, and I will have to mat these guys. I guess she's got white cardstock. Guess what? Got white cardstock laying right there, so I can do that. And I'll have to find my embellishments and things like that. But my first steps is going to cut these little guys here. So let me start cutting that, and I'll be back on in a second. Well, gang, quick check-in, and it's a decision time for me, because what I did is I had this floral here that I told y'all I really liked, and it was basically I could make a 4x4 out of it. And I thought, okay, I'm going to do 4x4, 5x5, 6x6, 7x7, 8x8. Well, so I did all that, and then I cut them into little triangles, and they're actually significantly larger than my inspiration page. However, I'm not sure that's bad, right? I haven't glued anything down yet at this point, because like I said, I cut the squares, and I just cut them triangle side to side. But I'm thinking, what if I go ahead and just leave them that size? I mean, you know, it looks cute. I'm thinking about it. The other thing though is I kind of wanted to maybe, you know what I might do? I think I might write a line around the edge of this, because I kind of feel like it needs to be contained a little bit. So I think I'm going to do that. So actually, I think I've made my decision, which is to go ahead and keep these sizes. I might go ahead and rough the edges up though, because I do think those need to be kind of finished up. So let me get off camera. I'm going to do the line, and I'm going to do the roughing. And then I'll come back on, because I'll have to start embellishing and put titles and stuff. Y'all, I'm kind of laughing at myself right now, because I have a hot mess on my desk. I've got a hot mess going on, y'all. All right, so I've done my little black line around the outside of the green paper there. And then I have, now I'm kind of gluing. I've attached all my squares together. I've kind of scuffed the edges, and then I've glued them together. So now I'm kind of putting them down, right? And because they're so big, it's really just kind of a slight offset. I mean, let's call a spade here. So you can kind of see it's going to be just kind of slightly offset versus the very, very obvious difference in heights on the sketch and on her layout. But again, I don't hate it. I actually end up liking this all right. It's kind of cute. Now, the first thing I did that I'm going to redoing, y'all, but the title's going to be Dinner and a Movie. And I had pulled out, these are not in my counterfeit kit in the sense like I did not use these during the reveal, but I pulled out these two sets of, they're actually Hip Kit fonts. And I'm going to do like Dinner in one font and Movie in the other. And I laid Dinner down on top of this green, and y'all, I could barely see it. So I lay it there because I do kind of want that to be the title, but that's not going to be how it ends up looking. It's just almost invisible. So even me fastening with that's kind of silly, but I'm going to put my little amber, this is Movie. I'll end up putting Movie up here again. I'm going to put this all together, and you're going to see it. And then that's not how this ends up staying, y'all. But I do like the two fonts, and I do like the two colors. So I'm going to keep the title. It's just going to be reorganized just a little bit. The other thing is I've got all these ephemeras laying there. I've got all kinds of stuff just laying there. I started pulling stuff out, and I thought, oh, I better get on camera, because I'm going to start doing stuff, and they won't get to see any of it, and I'm going to have hurt my feelings there. So that's why I have this big old hot mess. So I'll move this fonts out of the way in just a second, and that at least cleans one item off. I do find that cute ampersand, and I will end up finding the word. I'm going to have to pull an A out after I get my font or my title laid down eventually, but not right yet. Okay, so I've got my two pictures. I don't know what I did. I'm thinking I'm looking at the sketch, if I'm honest, off camera here. So sorry about that. I should have probably edited that out. But I'm going to do them like this. I put the darker photo on the bottom because it just feels heavier. You know, it's just a visually heavier picture. So I put it on the bottom. Plus, it's Dinner and a Movie, and the dinner was first. So that's at the top. I'm going through these florals that was in my little kit here. I don't remember now. These might have been a Hip Kit as well. But anyways, I'm just kind of going through these various florals. There's different sizes. This is me looking at that tile again going, that's not going to work. I kind of fast for this. We're just sitting there, I go, no, Christine, just come back to that in a minute. You're not ready. I do have like some little words here. Now, she kind of had little various wordings kind of around the squares. And so I do, I cannot read that, but I think it's like something special or something like that's right there. And I'm going to build out some little florals here. She had, I think it was a circular element. Again, I'm not looking at her layout right now, y'all, so my apologies. But she did have something in the middle there, so I'm going to put that little banner. I'm going to end up with a couple of things. I put this little green leaf here. It actually doesn't end up staying. I'm kind of dry fitting, as y'all can see. This is kind of my process, right? I think pretty much everybody does this, really. But you kind of dry fit stuff until you figure it out for 100% sure. There's these couple of little tags here. She had some little labels on the sides of her photos. I start off with that blue one down there, and I'm going to end up switching it because I like the beige, the more like neutrally color against the green and the pink and all that. And I like the blue kind of up there. So I'm going to end up switching this and putting those on each side like that. What am I doing next, y'all? I think I'm just kind of messing around. I go back to this title. This title causes me a little bit of angst. I'm not going to lie. I like the title, but it's like I can't see it. You know, you need to be able to see it and read it and all that kind of stuff. So I do move movie down there. And I actually like that. I go, okay, you look good. I like you. But this dinner part here was really throwing me off. I think this is where I'm looking at that going, well, maybe can I put it on that little backing? And I find a little piece of white cardstock, and I go, you know what? She kind of had like a little piece of ephemera that was like a fishtail banner with it was like take a photo or something. I think take A was on like a little fishtail banner. And I thought, well, I can make a little fishtail banner to hold the word dinner. So that's what I'm going to do. I should have inked the edges or something, but I don't. I leave it plain. I still debate on myself for that, but I mean, I don't hate how it looks, but at the same time I go, well, you're kind of plain. And also she had hers, it was on like I think it had like a little beigey edge or something like that on it. But once I get dinner on here, I mean, it does help it a lot. Like you can read it after I get it on this little thing. And I'm like, okay, well, at least I can read my title now. And it was kind of like a little homage to her little banner up there. So I don't hate it. I mean, it looks all right. It takes me a second, y'all. Thankfully, nothing's just terribly sticky. And I do put that little dinner banner up on foam, so it's going to be kind of high up in the air. And this is where I realized, oh, I need A in here. I'm going to have to find a little word, the little letter A. And I'll use a smaller case on this one. So I kind of like this. I'm like, okay, dinner and a movie. That looks pretty cute. What do I do next, y'all? It's been a day since I've made this layout, so now I don't remember what order I did stuff in. I feel bad. Sometimes I think, should I record this like while I'm doing it? But then things take so long, and y'all don't need like 45-minute videos while I think. So it's like, no, they don't need all that. So you have to kind of deal with my forgetfulness a little bit. I think I left that little green piece there. Oh, I add a little flower in the middle. I do leave that, I believe, but I don't leave that green piece. I'll take that apart. See, there you go. I see that I've got that glued down, and I put it on the blue flower, but I took the green piece away. This is where now I've pulled out the little hearts that's in the Counterfeit Kit. This was one of the elements of the Counterfeit Kit, was little heart enamel dots. And I'm using the ones that are kind of the same color here. I'm using, it's like the pinks and the yellow. And I think I use a little blue one, but I just do 3 sets of 3. She did have some little things, you know, that like little clusters of things kind of like this on her layout. And I don't do any mixed media. This layout's a little bit, you know, it's got a lot going on already, so I don't think I needed any. I could have done some in the beginning, but no, I don't do anything else. So that's all I'm going to do the layout, y'all. I think this is fun, though. This is kind of like cute and fun and active and all the good things, and I actually kind of like how this is. I just like this like on an angle here. So that's all I'm going to do. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to check out the Counterfeit Kit blog. There's different challenges and stuff. This isn't one of them. I'm just trying to use my kit. But you'll see a challenge on the 18th. So thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye.